Hey, hey, how is everyone? All right. So we have someone who I haven't seen in years, separated by the coast, um, or by the center of the country. Andrew Cordero should be on here shortly, and we're going to go over his career, basically what he's seeing in San Diego with the entire business, how he shifted in terms of the shutdown and done some to-go cocktails. So just waiting on him to jump on here. And also he has a really cool cocktail he's going to share with us. So his background and my background, we worked together for 2 or 3 years. And he was a bartender and I was managing at the time, and very, very lucky to have met him. And he has had a there. So he's here. I've invited him. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get him on here. My man.
What's up?
Hey,
Hammy, how you
been
doing?
far too long.
Hey,
Doing
it's been a
well.
while. Good,
How are
good.
you?
Fantastic, man. Just getting a little break in my day right now, so it's quite nice.
Lots of cleanup and stuff, I would imagine, at this point.
Oh, actually, we're actually setting up to reopen one of our locations. So it's actually it's two locations in one. One is Modern Times Coffee,
Okay.
and the other side is Jay and Tony's Negroni warehouse, which is all bitter Italian Amaros, Fernettes, and yeah. So we're reopening that as a to-go slash dine-in service. So that's kind of our next move right now. And yeah, we had a little break, so it's kind of nice. Got some
That's
AC.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So are you, I know what, Wednesday, San Diego approved dine-in again, and
Yeah.
with social distancing and stuff, but I know you did last night, you guys were slinging cocktails again to go. Is that still going to be legal to go cocktails?
Yes. As of now, yes. But obviously, things change daily. We don't really know what tomorrow's going to look like. I mean,
Yeah.
if cases increase, then we might even shut the doors, you know? So we're just kind of taking it day by day, and just planning for like, just planning for the best, to be honest, but also planning for the worst at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as of now, you can do to-go cocktails and you can dine in. And actually, honestly, hopefully this kind of stays. It's quite nice. I was walking around North Park. It's one of the little neighborhoods in San Diego, very walkable, and seeing some restaurants open, but they actually took over the sidewalk as well. They put tables on the sidewalk, and that, you normally see just like a bunch of people just like walking by. Now there's tables outside. People are eating outside, which is kind of nice. Seems very European. So
You
it's
feel
cool.
the community a bit more that way, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Little Italy, there's been talks about one of the main streets, India, closing down and having all those restaurants. So India Street is flooded with how many restaurants you would say? Like maybe 40 restaurants on
40
that
to
one,
50 restaurants.
40 restaurants. So yeah, closing down that one street for just restaurants to kind of open up on the sidewalk, and people can just dine outside, in
That
and
would be
out.
insane.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, very European, something that you don't see in San Diego, or at least I haven't really. Uh,
And drinking outside as well. So what, India Street will be the new Bourbon Street with Fabrizio wheeling around a wheel of cheese, and that'll be fun.
yeah, yeah. I don't know how that's gonna go. So far, people have been behaving. You don't hear about people walking around like being drunk idiots. So
Good.
I honestly, I think when things kind of calm down, I actually hope that this kind of stays. Like maybe one day a month, like the streets do close down and we open up, you know, to dine on the
Almost like
streets.
Art Walk was on India Street. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be neat. So
yeah,
tell me about yourself. I mean, I know you,
yeah,
luckily, but just so everyone else can get to know you, how did you start out in the business, and how did you
yeah.
go from there? Where did you go from there?
Yes. So I was born and raised in Fresno, California. I've been in San Diego for the past 10 years now. April was my 10-year anniversary here. I started off, well, when I first moved to San Diego, I came up to school, and then kind of I got into the whole craft movement, was with beer. I worked at a local brewery. I worked at a local tasting room called Bottle Craft, and kind of just got my taste for, I guess, craft things, and then got to work alongside with you at an amazing Italian restaurant where we served. The word craft's funny to me. Where we served craft pastas and we did homemade like limoncello, homemade like, vermouths, and it was really cool. And it was a kind of a taster in that, and I really appreciated that. And then I had an opportunity to work at a bar called Park and Rec.
Okay.
And this is kind of where the whole cocktail thing started. So I was bar backing there 1 day a week, and I just wanted some extra cash, to be honest. I've always liked drinking cocktails. I didn't really know it was going to be like something I would, do as a career, but it was nice. So I did that, and then I kind of just fell in love with it and just went, just gave it 100.
Both feet in, yeah.
No looking back. And then there was an opportunity to bar back here at Noble Experiment, where I currently work, or one of the jobs I work at. And from there, that's kind of where I started understanding the cocktail culture, the balance between cocktails, the history, the importance, and the future of cocktails, and what role we play in as far as being bartenders and, bringing up young people, bringing up the future bartenders of San Diego. So
you think of the person who, when we were coming up, that was Jen Queen. And she was that person who is shepherding people through, and to see you doing that and so much more is really cool.
Yeah. Yep. And I've been here for 5 years. I've had the opportunity to help the company I work for, Consortium Holdings, open up a couple of projects. I helped with Morning Glory alongside with my colleague, Tony. It was their first, it's actually the coolest brunch spot I've ever been to. That served, we worked on a 40 cocktail menu for breakfast. All spritzes, all like weird, cool milk punches, like not the clarified ones, just like actually like Louisiana style or New Orleans style milk punches, like using milk, but different types of milk, like corn milk and almond milk and what other milks, like coconut milk, like just stuff like that. So we released that. And then currently I'm working for Jay and Tony's, which is their Amaro bar, heavily focused on like Italian Amaros, Italian red bitters, and other like fortified wines like sherries and stuff like that. So that's kind of where my background is. And like I said, currently we're working on getting that space open together. We're going to open up as a bodega. So we're kind of just we're from us closing down, we're kind of just learning from all this and evolving from all this. So we're combining both ideas of this cafe, Modern Times Cafe, and this Negroni bar and making them into one, also adding retail. So right now, like, it's a lot. So we're selling a bunch of natural wine. We're selling coffee. I'll sell you this shirt. Like we're selling you, like literally we're selling you everything. We purchased some toilet paper, some Miracle Whip, pickles. Like we're going to be selling all this stuff, some donuts. And one of the coolest things that we're actually doing is soft serve ice cream with Campari glaze on top.
Oh, sick.
So that's one of the newest things that we're going to be releasing soon-ish. But we're opening our doors Monday, so we're excited.
Soft serve with Braulio? Is that should be? Hey,
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, soft serve with any Amaro or any. Yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of my background, and whatever the future holds, I don't know, but I know this company is not stopping, and I hope I can just continue growing with this company as much as I can. So, they've given me so many opportunities to grow and to learn. I've had some amazing mentors, and I'm excited just to kind of just hang with, some young bartenders who haven't bartended and like help them grow, and it's kind of nice.
It's all about. And
if
anything, I'm sure Arsalan knows this, but he's lucky to have you. They're lucky to have you. And it's great to see you spread your wings, man. I remember first cocktail list we worked on together, and to see the gin or the gin to now, it's really, really cool. So awesome. I guess the next question would be, how did you see you guys rebounded so quickly in terms of the shutdown? I saw your marketing go out. I saw the to-go cocktails. How did you? Was it just a light switch that flip, or what happened? How did you get over?
Well, I mean, they decided to keep one of their restaurants open, Underbelly, which is their ramen spot. So Consortium, for those who don't know, Consortium Holdings owns about 16 establishments in San Diego, and they all have their own unique identity. We have Underbelly, which is ramen. We have Noble Experiment, which is a small, tiny cocktail bar. Like I said, Tony's Negroni, or Jay and Tony's, a Morning Glory, which is a brunch spot. Anyways, they have a bunch of spots, different identities.
Even
all
steakhouses,
cool.
born and raised.
Steakhouses, yeah, they have everything pretty much, and they have 4 more projects in the works currently. So, what they kept Underbelly open, which is like their more profitable restaurant, and they thought it was a great idea to do pop-ups out of there. So they invited all these bars to this one restaurant. Essentially, it was like a bar takeover. And who doesn't like going to bar takeovers?
Exactly.
You know, they're so much fun. So, you go there and you support your favorite bartenders. And so they kind of, combine the ideas of takeovers and, doing the to-go service. So Jay and Tony's was the first one with the guinea pigs, and sales were insane. And Noble Experiment, we did it on the following day. Insane. False Idol, one of the tiki bars in the company. That one just blew everything out of the water, and they continue to blow everything out of the water. But yeah,
I saw you guys jump right on it, and one, it blew my mind. But two, I mean, how quickly you had the packaging together, how you were going to produce the cocktails and pre-batch, but not pre-batch. And also how the foresight you had, the people that you included, that community was it was badass. You brought everyone together.
Yeah. It was, we didn't have everything dialed in at first, so we made it look like we had everything dialed in, but it was, it was very chaotic at first. We were like, we were building, I remember at this moment we were building drinks like we normally build drinks, and like just throwing in the deli container and shipping it off. But we were getting like probably 30 orders at once. So how do you build 30 drinks? We're like, we have to pre-batch. We have to pre-make all these cocktails.
Yep.
We have to have, we have to let the guests who come, do some work at home. So we'd have the guests like freeze the cocktails for a little bit to kind of cool them down, and then they shake them up, and they have this nice frothy cocktail when they get home, or for when they pour it out.
Ready.
Yeah, so we had to, we came up with instructions, but that came like a week after, So, everything at first was very chaotic, but we slowly dialed it in. And
you didn't see that on social media.
No, we did. Yeah, you didn't see that. Yeah.
You did it well.
Yeah. So we did that for 2 months. Invited a couple of different bars from the company, and ours was last night was our last night. But they are going to continue to do some of the restaurants that are still closed. So we just are opening, so we need to get back to work and supply our friends with Negronis and sandwiches,
Oh yeah. And speakeasy experiences.
Well, Noble Experiments, sadly, Noble Experiments, sadly, it's going to be one of the later bars that are open, just because it's smaller, and people, it's just a little uncomfortable at first. I think a couple months.
I remember one of my last nights in town. Went out with everyone, and you were awesome. We came to visit you, and we got snuggly in those
it's
booths,
very,
and it made it nice. It was a good experience.
Yeah, it's very intimate here.
I was like, Eddie, I didn't know you that well.
So
that's awesome. So with that, I know you had a cocktail that you had in mind. Did you want to bang that out real quick?
Yeah, sounds good. Hopefully you guys can see. Maybe not. I'm going to pull this back a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm just going to build it while I'm sitting down, just because why not? So I'll just build it like this. Easy. I don't want to get up. So this is actually one of the cocktails that we are doing for the Negroni bar. We're kind of, like I said, we're combining both ideas of the cafe with the bar that we're currently working at. So we're going to do very simple cocktails. One of the cocktails is it's a Paloma riff, so we're going to use, but with a little bit of a coffee flavor. So simple, Mr. Black, cold brew coffee liqueur. I'm going to eyeball everything. We're not eyeballing anything over there. It's not my style, but I'm going to do it here. I don't want to dirty any tools or anything like that.
I don't blame you. You have a lot of work to do before you open.
So we're going to do it about an ounce. Luckily, I've been doing this quite often. I kind of know what an ounce is. Just because we don't
actually. The toughest part managing, especially managing like you and Daniel and Pablo and all those people. Like, use a fucking
1 ounce here, 1 ounce here. Yeah. We're also gonna use mezcal. as well.
Awesome.
It's just
And
very
a
simple.
killer mezcal at that. That's Vago.
Yes, yep. Vago Espadin. Here we go. Another ounce of that. This would be just topped off with tonic. Shoot, don't have a opener. I wasn't quite prepared for all this. Like I said, I was in the middle of.
No, all good. We didn't have it fully planned. I'll just quickly explain. You inspired me. I went with a chew high, but so it's lemongrass shochu, a little bit of seltzer water. But I heard what you were making, and I was like, fuck, I need to make this a little bit more classy. So I threw some shiso bitters in there as well. It's delicious.
Oh, sick. I love shiso.
Hopefully that bought you enough time to get a lighter out and pop that top.
I did, yeah. So a little bit of ice. We had just throwing whatever ice. So we have some Scotsman back here and just tonic. Something so simple. And this is going to come with a grapefruit twist. But Noble Experiment's closed right now, and I'm actually inside Noble because they have AC, and they don't have any citrus. So that's pretty much it. This stuff is delicious. It's smoky. It's like really roasty, like coffee. Like you get like these really strong coffee notes, really roasty from the mezcal. And tonic, which is going to add some bitterness, but also like some refreshing notes to it, some acidity.
And are you going to make those as pre-batch cocktails to go as well?
So we're open for dine-in and to go. So like we're going to give you the option if you don't feel comfortable coming in, just to order from us in an area like safely, like zero or have some type of contact, but like almost zero contact.
You're not going to throw it on the ground, run away.
Yeah. But minimal contact. But then we're also, allowing guests to come inside and hang out, just like,
That's
so,
awesome.
And then the space is huge. It's a huge warehouse. So, we're very excited just to see people again. Very excited.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. And just to continue to just learn from this and hopefully just evolve from this as even as like people who are, working like bartenders, I mean, this entire time I thought like, man, I'll always have a job. Like, like people are always going to want to eat. People are always going to want to drink.
We were on that same page.
Yeah. And then something like this happens to where they take that away, and it's like, or for safety reasons, and it's like, whoa, we probably won't always have a job.
We aren't necessarily as invincible as we thought.
Yeah. So it definitely, it made me appreciate what what I do. And I didn't take it. Now I don't take it for granted for what I do. Yeah, it was definitely
So when someone breaks glass in the ice bin the next time, you're not going to be cursing as much. Like, know what? I miss this. I miss doing this. Burn the ice at 7 p.m. In the middle of the rush.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, what is I always ask, what was your first concert, man?
First concert.
Whoa.
I think I said first cocktail. I was like, shit. First concert. Actually, I do remember this. It was a Jimmy Eat World and Taking Back Sunday concert.
Fuck yeah!
I was in high school, and I really liked Jimmy Eat World, and I actually really liked Taking Back Sunday, and I think tickets were like $17. It was right in my budget because I had an allowance at the time, and me and my friends went and we had a great time, and yeah, I remember my hair was very long and curly, and I just wanted to be like a little emo kid, and it was
right in my wheelhouse, man. That's a solid show right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it was San Diego, Sleep Train, but Fresno. So
Fresno, yeah.
And then with the changes with the industry, I mean, I see a lot of places are opening up already. I saw Kettner Exchange is open. I saw Royal India for change of pace in terms of style of restaurant.
Yeah.
But do you see everything opening back up quickly? Do you see, I talked to Guido and he said that he's not opening until next week.
Yeah, I think, everyone's going to kind of go at their own pace to where they feel comfortable. And they, opening a restaurant is not just like, reopening your doors. You have to make modifications to everything that you're doing. Because you have to, consider everyone's safety, not just the guests, but even our safety, people who are working. And so you have to dial it in. I mean, I've seen walking by downtown, I've seen, a couple establishments just open the doors and they're kind of like, whatever. And
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. And, I think it's dangerous. It's irresponsible, but, whatever. I understand. Like it's
not here to
your livelihood.
To do it the right way yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's someone's I don't own a business, so I don't own a bar, so I don't know. I can't imagine what it feels like to see a business just, you know, just your sales, just you have no sales, you know, your doors closed, and you know all your livelihood is in this one establishment. So, you know, I'm not here, like, I'm not judging. I just think, you know, I personally would do it different, but maybe I wouldn't. I'm not. Yeah, it's very surprising, but also I don't own an establishment, so I don't know exactly how I would do it, to be honest. But
so
I have
so your first night out,
my first night
when
out.
you can finally hit the town, when you've opened all these places and you finally can get a night off, where are you going? Who are you going with? And what are you drinking?
Where am I going? To be honest, wow. I honestly, I love going to. I love going. I love where I work. I hang out where I work. Most of my, like, 95% of my time is spent at work, either for play or for pleasure or for working. You know, it's like I'm doing R&D here, or I'm hanging out with, like, my colleagues. And my colleagues are some of my best friends. You know, and honestly, either coming to Noble Experiment, which is, you know, this really cool small intimate bar, and hanging out with some of these young bartenders and watching them, you know, watching them make drinks, because, you know, we taught them how to make drinks, and we taught them, you know, and it's just really cool. I don't know. That to me is a better feeling than going out, like, to a club or to, like, a bar and, like, just getting wasted. I rather just, you know, just.
No doubt, man. I saw a meme the other day that said, the staff shares the same $80 because the one that gets cut sits on the other side of the bar and tips that $80, and the next person the next night does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a family. I think that's what I miss most about restaurants. It's for sure a family. It's what I miss about you, man. So awesome. So, I like that answer. That answer. And then, you know, marketing wise, you got to keep this going. All of us are waiting for
the next video.
I don't know how you're coming up with this stuff.
So it's not me. I play a small role in this. So one of the guys who I work with, his name is Kayvon Dashti, and he's the bigger fellow in the video. So when this all started, I was actually doing the pop-ups with Noble Experiment, not Jay and Tony's. So he created the first video for Jay and Tony's, and talking pretty much shit about me and Tony to people who were running Noble Experiment. We beat him in sales, and he was, like, very upset about it. So he made a video. That
snowballed to your video where you were looking to place a hit on him, right?
Yes. So it went to that, but then I started doing pop-ups with Jay and Tony, just because this gave an opportunity for other bartenders to participate in with some financial help. You know, these pop-ups were helping us financially.
Yeah.
So Jay and Tony's, their team is really small. It's like a 3-person, you know. Wow. So 3-4 people work that place. So
1 or 2 wells back there.
1 well.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's 1 well, and the space is huge. But so we only have, like, 3 employees, and so Noble has more. So to me, going into Jay and Tony's was like, it's like, you know, I hopped on Kayvon's thing, but people associated believe it was me doing all the work. It was actually him. I just helped him. I helped him make the videos, because at first he was just shooting the videos himself. And
props to him.
He was a genius behind all of it. I did give him a lot of his ideas, but he's doing all the magic. He's making it look funny. He's throwing out his voices. He's doing all the audio. He's doing all the editing. So I can't take credit for that. He's doing 95%. I'm just the face that's in it. Yeah.
You stay as humble as ever, man. I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
But we're gonna continue doing it. We had a food tasting today, and we were just like, when we're eating the food, we're like, we just stay tuned. We have some amazing videos or some amazing ideas planned out for you guys, and I hope you guys actually do like them. We like making them, and so.
Yeah. We're going to have to figure out how I'm either coming there or you're FedExing this way in cocktails. It'll happen. But I'm stoked. And I think that will be one of the really cool things when everything reopens.
Yeah.
The passion behind everyone.
Yeah.
That burning passion has not left in the past month and a half, 2 months. And when people finally get behind the stick again, it's going to be insane to see. So
I
that'll
mean,
be
yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited to you know to make a drink for regulars and or even new guests as well. Just to be around people, to be honest. Yeah.
I feel like I was trying to think, all right, what's his next move? And I was trying to envision how you would keep that 6 feet rule or the social distancing. So I could see you wearing like an extended hula hoop, trying to walk around the bar as you're bartending. Stay away, bro.
Yeah. That might happen if it
Who
gets
knows?
really extreme. That it might happen. Yeah.
But cool. Well, I will let you go. I have one last question though.
Yeah.
For anyone out there who's watching, who's just starting off, or knees deep in the cocktail game and or hospitality, what advice do you have for them? What would you leave them with?
Honestly, be humble. I think one of the so I this is not me picking out any specific bartender or anything like that. I appreciate a bartender who's modest and who's humble, and yeah, you can be great, but you don't the loud bartender. I'd say if you that's what the route you want to take, be a bartender. Just I don't know. I think us if you're choosing this as a career, just be professional about it, and it'll change the stigma behind of what people think a bartender is. Like we're not just these wild party animals. We actually take our job very serious, or some of us do, I should say. And yeah, and just be just good, humble, modest, and just give it 100. Don't take shortcuts, and that's
I
it.
love it, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I mean, you and I are cut from the same cloth in that sense. And I think about Psalms, and I think about the people, the stigma around them. And I think humility and being grateful.
yeah,
Yes, things are hard to work for, and we put that work in, but be grateful for the opportunities we're given. So I love you,
agreed.
man. That's awesome. Well,
I love you too,
um,
Hamilton.
you're the
Thank you
man.
for having me.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Thank you for the time.
Anytime.
And hopefully we could cheers in person soon. But we'll
Yeah,
talk soon, brother.
sounds good.
All right.
Later,
Take
guys.
care.
Take care.